going on, everyone? Today is January 3rd, 2026, and this is the second live stream of this year. Hopefully, everybody's having a good year and everything is starting off real good for you because it's a new year, and everybody's right now with that motto of new me, new year, all that nonsense. You already know how the business goes. Today's show is going to be a fun one, it's going to be an exciting one, and most of all, is going to be said how it has to be said. Because let's be real, that's exactly what this is all coming down to, because today this is some interesting, news that I want to talk about. Not nothing new, but it's been floating around for the past few days, and it's something that I really want to talk about. And I feel that it's something that is very important just because, and you might be asking yourselves, hey, what's going on, CS? I see that you have a David David Zaslav, James Gunn, and then of course you have Ted Sarandos from Netflix. What's happening? What's going on? What's this you're gonna talk about? I'm confused, I'm puzzled. What's the matter with that? Like I said, it's gonna be a fun show today, and we're about to get started in a few seconds while we wait for more people to, join and tune in and all that stuff. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know it's a Saturday, and you all know I do these random live streams just because, and I just felt like, you know what, let's talk about this because that's exactly what we have to do and stuff like that. Yeah, we're really gonna be talking about that whole thing of 17 days in theaters. That's the main topic for today. That's what I'm saying. Like this is their theatrical plan sucks. Let's be honest. That's what this has all come down to it. Yeah, this is very, very interesting, like I said, and I can't wait to keep on talking about this because of course it has to be brought up. I know a lot of people don't want to really talk about it, but it's something that has to get addressed, honestly. And this is it's very concerning, but at the same time, it's not a surprise. I am not surprised because of course this is Netflix, and with their motto, like I said, I'm not against Netflix. I'm just against their motto, right? And yeah, you'll see. I'm going to talk about the theatrical plan in a few seconds. Like I said, while we wait for more people, make sure to share the video. Hit the like, all that good stuff. It helps the channel. It helps the algorithm. All that good stuff. Like I said, because it's a lot of things that we have to address and stuff like that. I do have the link if you guys want to join, but it has to be quick. Like I said, like we can't talk way too much today. I know we tend to do it, but I'll throw it in a few. Now first I just want to talk about a few things and stuff like that. So like I said, we're we're about to get started. So with that said, if you haven't hit that subscribe and all that good stuff, make sure you do. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. So with that being said, let's start today's show because this one is going to be a fun one. So, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, step right up. Step one, let's step into the circus and let's see what this circus act is all about. You might be asking yourself, CS, what are you talking about? What is this all about? What is this plan that Netflix has? Well, my friends, it's time to bring you up to date on what's happening. So apparently they want to do a 17-day theatrical run for whatever movies once they acquire WB. Think about that. 17 days. So the movie, it'll come out on a Friday, probably like a Thursday, and it'll run for about 17 days, less than a month. That is terrible. That is bad for business. Honestly, say what you want, but really, that's not good. That's not going to make them the money. And most of all, that's going to affect the movie theaters and this industry. To anybody that's saying, hey, look, let's be real. They're going to make money. They're going to capitalize. They're going to do everything that they have to do in 17 days. No, they're not. Look, if you haven't seen the interview with Zachary Levi on Nerdrotic, he even says it. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks for people to find out and, go out to a movie theaters and, be able to see, what's out there in the movies and stuff like that. Not everybody's on social media. Not everybody is out there up to date on what's going on and stuff like that. Honestly, this is not it's not a good business model, honestly. I agree with you. 17 days is BS. Not great for WB. Exactly. It's not great. And that's terrible. That's really, really bad. That's why I'm telling you, this is showing what Netflix is all about. They don't care about theatrical releases. And this is what I've been calling and telling y'all. Watch, you're going to see. And if they do end up acquiring them, don't think that they're not going to be changing this. They're probably going to put out the movie for probably even less time. They're just saying that because they're trying to win, the people and stuff like that. And like I said, if Netflix really wanted to focus on the theaters and, this whole theatrical business and stuff like that, why all of a sudden now? That's kind of sus to me. They should have done that years ago, months ago, not literally weeks before this whole, sale and everything that's going on and stuff like that. Let's be real. Let's be real. Exactly. I agree with you. 90 days, excuse me, is what it should be, to run and make its money, whatever it is that, has to do and stuff like that. And it's bad for business, honestly. Exactly. I agree with you. Netflix only wants digital. Exactly. That's exactly all they care about. They're pioneers in it. They are experts when it comes to the streaming service, and they've been winning. Let's give them credit. I really do. Yeah, they don't care about physical or theatrical. They really don't. If they really did, they would have put Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead, on physical media. They would have put it out there for at least like a few days in the theaters, but no, they didn't do it. And the only time that they did for Rebel Moon 2 was like a 1 day private screening, just because if you got invited to it. I got invited to it. I don't even remember how I did, but I ended up getting a pass to go. And what an experience. That was awesome, honestly. It was awesome. I posted, I remember they liked it, the official account from Rebel Moon and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. It was fun and it was, awesome to see it. But again, that's what I'm saying. If Netflix really cared, like they said, they would have been focused on, besides streaming, they would have been focused on theatrical releases and, been doing more with other movies and stuff. And I get it. Recently, I think it was sometime probably in October that they put out K-pop Demon Hunters. They put it out only for 3 days. They put it out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And guess what? The numbers at the box office for that movie did not do too good. So that tells you, and it tells them, hey, why are we really focusing on, theatrical releases when we're losing money? Because they have to split the money with the movie theaters. And of course, with whoever they got to pay off and stuff like that. So their profit is not going to be big. So I'm sure they're like, oh, well, we really didn't make the numbers that we wanted, and we're really much losing money. So it is what it is. But, it just shows you, besides DC, besides other IPs, K-pop Demon Hunters, even though that's big on Netflix and it's big, like right now, what we saw right now in the Macy's parade at the end of the year and, all the holiday season and all that stuff, they were big. Like their fame blew up big, and that's good. That's good for them. But in the theaters, it didn't reach the expectations that the studio thought that they were going to get. Unfortunately, it just underperformed. It didn't make the numbers that they thought it was going to. And this again is showing them, hey, why go to theatrical releases when we could just keep it in house and we can go ahead and just keep on banking on subscribers and whatever it is, and we don't have to split the profits with no type of company or anything. So I get that point of view also, but again, you want to get customers, you don't want to scare them off. And of course, they just recently raised the prices and stuff like that. So, and even though you're paying for it, guess what? You're also getting ads with your service. So that tells you a lot. And it's insane. I'm not surprised. But again, that's exactly what it is. They only care about digital. They don't care about physical. They really don't. And it costs to put out physical media. It's not cheap. I'm telling y'all right now, it is not cheap. It is expensive. It adds up and stuff like that. So it is what it is when it comes to that. But as we're seeing, all right, David Zaslav, apparently the rumors going around that he's rejecting and he's going to reject the $108 billion offer from our friends over at where? Oh, that's right, Paramount. So it looks like they don't want to accept that offer. And now David Zaslav wants to go with the what what Netflix is offering them. And it's funny. It's really funny because if at the beginning, all right, before this whole bidding and stuff like that, if and sometimes I say, you know what, you should just come out hard. Sometimes you can't lowball on certain things just because you don't want to miss out. But I think that was a mistake from Paramount. They lowballed and they came out with, you know, a low amount in the beginning, 60 million, I mean 60 billion. And then of course Netflix counter offered with 82.7 billion. And now they're offering, meaning back to Paramount, 108 billion. They should have come out in the beginning from the start, said, you know what? We're gonna offer 100 billion and that's it. Let's see who bids higher, and we're going to be in this whole bidding war for a while. This is not going to be over anytime soon. This has to still go through the Department of Justice. It has to go through politics and a whole bunch of, nonsense in the middle, unfortunately. But in the end, we'll see. We're going to see what's going to come from it all. And I'm just hoping for the best. Let's see. We will see what what's really going to come out, you know. I really don't know, but in the end, I think David Zaslav is just low key trying to just stay in bed, if you want to say, if you get what I'm saying, with Netflix and the whole shill type of side of the business. And it's a shame. It really is. You know, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, the newest season, I'm telling you right now, as the general audience, I'm not even talking as a fan. I'm just a regular what's on Netflix, what's on, streaming, what's on whatever. I saw it, and I gotta say that was terrible. It was bad. Like it wasn't even good bad. It was bad bad. Like in damn. Like what the hell did Netflix do to that? They ruined the IP, and I see why fans are pissed about it. You know, there's a lot of fans that are upset, and they're comparing it to like what it was the last Game of Thrones, how bad the ending was and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just telling you, you know what? In the end, sometimes Netflix doesn't just because they own and own the rights probably for certain IPs doesn't mean that they know exactly what they're doing. And that's a perfect example, unfortunately, you know. Yeah, the same with me. You know, I wanted Comcast from the beginning, but at this point, I don't even know if they're gonna still come in to play. And it's pretty wild. It's business wise, it's really bad. I just before going live, I actually made a video. I'm still editing some stuff to it and things like that. And I talk more into depth, about it and stuff like that. I'm not gonna talk too much about it just because I got that video that's coming up soon. So I'll upload that a little bit later on and stuff so y'all can enjoy that too. I just felt that what, we really have to talk about this, and we really have to discuss about it because it's concerning. I just put the link if anybody wants to join. Like I said, keep it cool, keep it positive, keep it neutral. You can say what you want, just and keep it short. Let's keep it short, please, so we could give more people chance to join and things like that. So if you want to join, feel free. Like I said, the mic is there. It's good for us to all talk and express our concern. Don't think that the studios are not watching and they're not hearing this. Oh, I'm telling you right now, they are aware. They are aware of my channel. They are aware of all this because I tag them on X, and there's somebody out there watching. There's always somebody out there watching. So when it all comes to this, they're seeing, hey, this is what the fans want. This is what they don't want. So, in the end, like I said, we have to express our opinion respectfully, obviously. And we just got to let them know, hey, look, this is what we want, and if you don't give it to us how we want it, I don't know what to say. TY, what's up? Talk to us.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello?
We hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I just got a personal PC. So, all right, so, okay, can you hear me? I'm still holding the microphone.
We hear you.
Okay, okay, so I like this thumbnail right there. I was thinking about the same thing so we can figure it out for my channel so we can talk about the next one after that. So, hear me out. All right. This whole thing that the Netflix, I don't know what's going on with the strangest things. It was going to wing downhill, but I wasn't never got into that. But I saw not the first one, but I never got into that. So it
Yeah.
was literally is. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't paying attention to them, but at least I watched the Netflix, the other shows. What was they showing the Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid? It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was okay. But that one, I never got into that. What was the goodies? It's another thing of bullshit.
Yeah,
That's literally fucked it up. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And
yeah,
another thing is, I can't remember which one it exactly was that shit. If Netflix won't never release a theatrical, but it's gonna give only 2 weeks, and I was like, no, this is gonna way downhill.
yeah,
I'm telling you on the chatting, and I'm like, no, you cannot use this. If Netflix gonna go focus on just streaming instead of the physical, I'm like, no, you cannot use it. Why can't it use Paramount? That's why I still don't trust it. But what about Comcast/Universal? That would be helpful. What's
yeah,
going on with these people, the WB, if they keep denying this bullshit?
yeah, yeah, big time.
It was.
Yeah, that's it's pretty wild with the way that things are just switching randomly left and right, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's not it's no longer about the money, because at the beginning David Zaslav was like, "Oh, it's all about money. I want the best offer." And it's like, dude, you're getting 108 billion dollars and you're turning that down? Like that just doesn't make sense, honestly. Like who says no to 108 billion dollars for less?
Wait,
I'm
wait.
like,
You talk about $108 from the Paramount. That's a lot of fucking money. But
yeah,
Netflix,
that's
it was. If they're gonna do that, do it. But Netflix, no, they gotta go. How much is this? 82 or 83 billion. That's not enough.
yeah.
That's not
And the
enough
thing
because
is,
it's billions. Fucking yeah. But
yeah, you
no,
know,
no.
it's
Go
like
ahead.
that's a
Go
lot
ahead.
of money. No, that like I want to know, like, look, like the comment we're seeing right now. Like, I still trust Comcast. I do too. But I want to know what's
Yes.
up with them. They have not said a word in the past few weeks. And I'm like, all right, what's up? Like, they haven't said that they're out. They haven't said that they're still in. So it's like, where did they fall into all of this? You know, are they waiting out? Are they just waiting for things, you know, like to clear up? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I still trust Comcast Universal might be the only way. And you never notice that Christopher Nolan is very upset at Netflix. If you never noticed that, I send you in a private because he never trusts them.
Yeah, yeah, of
That,
course. When he said that he would never work with them, and I agree with him. You know, I
yeah,
agree. And honestly, when it comes to this industry, I stand with Christopher Nolan. You know,
yeah,
because he literally wants to fight for physical. He's still down with, you know, with streaming. He's not against it.
yeah,
He's just
because,
against
yeah,
everything being strictly, you know, to streaming. Which that's the
yeah,
problem that I have as a, you know, as a consumer and stuff like that.
exactly. Because I still trust Christopher Nolan because he likes the physical media wants to point him out. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? If you saw on the video, it's on there and on YouTube or whatever. And
yeah,
you know what's funny? Well, also James Cameron, he's very upset about the Netflix as well. They got to put on streaming release instead of the theaters. That's another fucked up because Netflix has only cared about digital.
yeah, yeah. It's always been like that since day one, you know. I remember when they started, it was you mail in the DVD at the time, you know, and then you would wait for it. They would send you another one like in within 3 days, it depends. And you would and it was good. Everybody was getting physical media back then. But once they learned that, hey, we can put all of this on streaming and we could charge people for it and we can get away with it, they started perfectioning everything with the streaming service. And they're the pioneers. We have to give it to them. You know, like they really built something that nobody thought was going to happen, and look at where they are right now, dominating the streaming charts. You know, they outperformed Disney. Let's be real, they're outperforming HBO Max, and it's like,
Yeah,
what the hell, you know? Like that's that business wise, that's good. But when it comes to, you know, like just, you know, like, all right, let's see what this is all about, how far they can get. That's where the problem is at, you know,
yeah.
as the general audience and stuff like that.
Yeah, about the physical media community. That's why I trust Comcast and Universal might be the only way. But
Yeah,
Netflix or Paramount, I just don't see it. It's the
yeah,
same problem with Disney. Sometimes they releases the not just the theatrical release, but what about Disney Plus? They
yeah,
do that release on the release of the physical, but the
right,
other ones I still don't trust it because it's only that exclusive content.
yeah,
Because my fear is, I was like, what the hell? If you never
ye-
saw the Predator movie, what was Prey?
yeah. That was good. I actually like that
It
one.
was good. I saw that on Hulu, and now that this deal with this combined mix, the Hulu is shut it down immediately. I thought it was or something, but
Yeah.
I saw that the physical Prey they do that, but I forgot to get them.
Okay.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
a release in Prey with Predator. It's like a HL lesson about Predator, something like that. But what
Yeah.
about the animated movie Predator? I forgot it was his name, the other one. I saw that a couple times, but why they never released that one?
I have no idea. I didn't see it, but I heard that it was good. But I'm not. I didn't check it out honestly. So
Oh
I'm not.
yeah, I forgot it was his name in that one. It was also good. And what is the name of the last one? The live action of the robotic lady. I forgot it was his name. Bond.
Badlands, or you talking about which one?
Balance, yeah. I,
Okay.
I never saw them, but I heard of it mixed reactions. It was I saw the
Yeah.
trailer a
I
couple times.
I saw it, and I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't really care about Predator. I'm not like a hardcore fan about it, but I enjoyed it. The movie starts off slow, but then it picks up, and I actually enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. They try to label it that it was a shill woke type of movie. No, it wasn't. It was
Ah,
just,
yeah, yeah,
again,
yeah.
when you have, in anything in this industry, whether it's a game, a movie, a comic, an anime, whatever it is, if you're delivering something good and entertaining, cancel culture always wants to come after you. And that's where the
Exactly,
problem in this industry lies. It's not about,
exactly.
the companies. Yes, the companies are trash most of the time, but it's when you put out something good. I give it to Disney. They put out a good product with Badlands. But then you have all this cancel culture in this industry still coming after them. Oh, it sucks. That movie's not that. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, it's Disney. What do you expect? It's not what he used to be anymore. Let's be real.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. If you
It's
seen, yeah.
Disneyfied. What do you expect? I knew when I went in, I was like, all right, this is Disney. Let's see what they can pull. And they
Oh,
actually delivered. I was like, all right, cool.
yeah. But if you never noticed, what was the name? Hulu has its own TV show called it Alien Earth.
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't really recall too much with it. Like I said, like
Oh,
I'm.
that's a it's a mixed alien timeline. Before it was the original, the first two, the third one, whatever it was, Sigourney Weaver, for example. There's
Okay.
a TV show on Hulu. There's a part of it. It was some good episodes, and at the end of it, I heard of it. It was totally fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
That's
mean,
another woke agenda. It's mixed Disney
like,
type
look,
deal.
like I see this comment right here. Badlands was definitely trash Predator. I mean, you had the robots' legs giving each other high five. Come on. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, but I'm
But
telling you, Alien Earth, it's another one before the Predator Lands. Something, it's something reminds me similar. Before that one, I was like, what the fuck is this?
yeah, but when you look at it, like I said, it's not for everybody. You can't go in with the mentality of, oh, this is gonna be a predator like it was back in the 80s and the 90s. No, we're
Yes,
not in those times anymore.
exactly,
Unfortunately, Hollywood is not like that anymore. So I was like, all right,
exactly.
whatever. I know this is a Disney movie. What are you gonna expect from Disney? Disney stuff. So I like you can't go
I'm
in there
telling you,
expecting
yeah,
all
I'm
like
telling
what
you
it's supposed
because
to be.
yeah, but it was supposed to be. If you remember when Disney buys 20th Century Fox, and now let's call it this 20th Century Studios, but it's gonna be the same. So if you remember, if you like Aliens or Predator, I'm enjoying them both. But in the 80s and the 90s, I saw the first two Aliens, the
Yeah,
first two with Ridley Scott or James Cameron. It was good. It was
yeah,
good in heavens at the time. But what about the other first two is Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover? It was very good too.
yeah, yeah. But
It
they
was
don't
good
make
too.
movies like that anymore. That's the thing.
Yes. So
You know.
now, if you remember Alien 3 or 4, it's a little bit, it's not the best. But the
Yeah.
other one, what was Predators or The Predators, it's not as much as it's used in the other two. So now
Right.
that we have a Disney added right now. So, oh, if you never noticed, if you saw, did you see the Alien versus Predator, the first two?
Yeah, that's with Paul Anderson.
Yes. Okay. So the first one, it's okay, but the sequel called it Requiem, it's all sucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Before this
Again,
is before this Disney buys 20th Century Fox.
yeah, yeah. I remember all that. But look,
Yeah.
when it comes down to this again, like focusing and shifting back to what we're talking about. It's wild how Netflix thinks that it's okay. Hey, we're just gonna put out content and we're gonna force because that's what they're doing. They're forcing everybody to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, you only have 17 days to watch this movie in the theaters, and then it goes straight to streaming.
Yes. So yeah, if they're gonna do the release in the theaters, only about 17 days. You're saying that's 2 weeks before
Yeah,
that they're gonna put on streaming. But what about a physical media release? Don't have no clue what it is.
that's the
So they
part.
had no answers.
Yeah, that's
They
the
had
part.
no idea what they were doing. That's
I
why you can spend all the money. It's becoming the next cable TV if you think about it.
Of course, yeah, that's exactly what it's coming down to.
They
Unfortunately,
robbing us the money. That's why they only care about the streaming.
yeah.
Netflix, it's going way downhill. I'm like, really? Come on.
Yeah. And that's the problem that I have with them. I don't have a problem against, Netflix, the company itself and stuff. It's just the bad decisions that they're starting to put out because they apparently there's another rumor going around and it's starting to sound more like it that they want to continue with James Gunn. They want to continue
Yeah,
with the
that's
DCU.
what
They
I
want
fear because yeah, I this
that's
is
the
what
thing.
I fear. If Paramount or Netflix wants to continue with James Gunn, I just don't see it.
No, I can't. And I'm not going to back that up. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't sit here and tell you as a two-faced hypocrite and say, oh yeah, I support this company as long as they have James Gunn and
Yeah.
they could bring Zach back. No, it doesn't work like that. Because
No,
if
it
we do
doesn't work
that,
with this shit. Who
if we
wants
do
this?
that,
Nobody.
no,
Nobody.
and it's like if that happens, then the same thing happens like when Walter Hamada and everybody else was there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna keep
repeating itself.
it's yeah,
Like,
it's the same thing. So it's not gonna change. And that's the part that a lot of people are missing. That's the point that I'm trying to emphasize on it. I'm not against the sale. I'm against the bad decisions that this company is starting to put out.
yeah,
And I'm
it
hearing, and
was.
I'm like, hold on, this isn't sounding too good. Why would I even want to back something like that? They want to cut theatrical releases to 17 days. Why? Because they want to capitalize the most. Like, all right, that's disrespecting the directors. That's disrespecting the audience and everybody that's making the movie. Because you're like rushing everybody. Hey, you have 17 days to perform. That's impossible. That's
Damn.
impossible. You know?
No, but why can't it put it just put a little bit longer, like a month or two? They used to be then in the theaters, but why put Netflix only 17 days? Makes no
Yeah.
sense. How
Who
did
knows?
how it is possible? Why?
Yeah. Jules, we hear you. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Pretty much the plan of Netflix. Have you heard about it?
Yes.
Not exactly. No.
All right, the
Heard some
17
rumors though.
days. They're trying to put 17 days theatrical release with whatever comes out on their if they buy WB,
All right. So what would be released?
whatever they're gonna put out.
Oh, so it's like a mystery.
Yeah, like whatever they're gonna put out, that's what they want to go with the 17-day plan.
Oh, nice.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know because I have no idea like what's it gonna be, but sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that things are moving, the needle's being moved forward. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And we're not just like it's stuck in the same place, like hoping like something's gonna happen with the DCU. You actually get some sort of news coming out.
yeah. Like, how do you feel about with the DC and the shape that they're in right now?
I think the future is looking pretty bright for us fans. It's looking very like hopeful, I'd say. You know what I mean? Like the IG post from Zack Snyder were just making everyone like so hyped when he was like posting this. It's just actually insane to think about like the amount of likes that first Superman post got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about Superman,
Oh, which film?
the
What the
most
one?
recent with James Gunn?
I don't know. I thought it was a bit of a mess to be honest. Like I enjoyed parts of it, but I can't take it like that seriously if I film. Like when I watched in the cinema, I kind of just thought like I can't really like take it like a serious Superman film, like as if it's a proper film. It feels like a bit like a parody to me. Like I can
Yeah,
kind of sit there and enjoy it, but it's like I'm supposed to believe this is like the Superman, like the mainstream Superman that's going to be like the face of like him. You know what I mean? The face of Superman. It's like it's hard to buy for me.
right, right.
Yeah, like the suit is off, the symbol. Like I think someone once said that the film is a bit like reading a comic book, but then you're just like flipping through the pages and just going through like random parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just reading random
I
parts of the
got you.
comic. That's exactly how it feels.
Yeah, I get you. No, yeah, a lot of people are starting to feel that way too, and it's understandable. It's just, it's like like I said, a lot of fans are starting to, like, I guess, wake up in the sense of what's happening with DC, and it's a shame that, like what they
Mm,
used to be to what they've become now.
yeah, exactly.
But we'll see. Time will reveal, and we'll find out soon. With hopefully all this thing with the sale and everything that's coming this
Yeah.
way.
So when do you think like it would be restored, the Snyderverse?
I have no idea at this point, honestly. Because if we look at it realistically, Zach is going to be busy for the next two, almost 3 years with
Mm.
the last photograph. So that's going to be taking all this year, and then
Oh
next year
shit.
probably half of it because of marketing and whatever it is that they have to do. And then I think after he's done with that one, he's going to be filming the one with the UFC, the Brawler,
Oh
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, so that's also going to take him like a year and a half probably to work on and stuff like that. So, you know,
Yeah, the last photograph is working on before he's going to the next project with Snyder. I forgot it was his name. The
yeah.
ones that you said. Well,
Hmm.
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he's going to be occupied with that. So that's
Yeah.
understandable. But it gives
Yeah,
time for all of this that's going on with the sale to fully, I guess, clear up. And then we'll see probably like, hopefully sometime by the summer we hear something. I'm not saying that it's going to last
Mm.
that long. It could probably last a little bit longer than that. So, we just want to hear something solid where it's like, all right, this is what's going to happen moving forward. So
Yeah.
I guess that's where
So
we
you,
all feel right now.
yeah. So you think it could be quite a while though till it happens?
It could be it could be fast. It could be a long. That's the part nobody knows.
Mm.
So
yeah.
until I guess it goes through whatever it has to go through with the government. So that's another thing too. That I'm like, why does it even have to go through that? It's like is that even necessary? Like, come on, like either you sell or you don't sell. Like
Yeah.
it's not that
Yeah,
complicated.
I'll bet WB wants to keep pushing which one is Netflix or Paramount. They cannot
Yeah,
have both because
yeah.
there's going to be one option only. Or I'll bet it. What about Comcast Universal? I'll bet you saying they're trying to keep quiet.
Right. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Hopefully something. Hopefully we get some updates soon. But I
yeah.
don't know exactly how long this is going to last.
Mm.
I
Wow.
know. I'll bet Snyder, he keeps every time he's posting a video on the Instagram. If we keep our eyes open, because every time he posted about the images, what he's talking about, something's coming. But
Oh, for
it's just
sure.
that yes, the promo images or the ones you never saw this before. That's something. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
eventually, I guess. Everything is just right now just wait and see what's next.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even think they know what's happening. Like I don't even think that the studio themselves know exactly.
True.
They're just saying things, but everything really depends once it goes up to, I guess, the Department of Justice and whatever the government wants to say. So we'll know more from there.
The government, but one about the government wants to stop the Netflix deals with WB. They should have never do that in the first place because they're gonna go focus on the streaming. I'm like, no, that's against the rules.
Yeah. Again, that's a whole different topic just because it falls into politics, and I'm like, I really don't care about that.
Yeah,
Let them sort and figure what they have to do, and then I'm just ready to watch movies again. That's it.
yeah. I
That's
just
all.
want to see theaters, not streaming always. I'm like, come on, where's my experience?
Like I don't mind both. You can go ahead and put it in the theaters and put it on streaming. I don't care.
Yeah, I had to wait. Yeah, I had to wait certain further when I saw the indie trailers, like other studios. I might to go see it soon. They showing the sequel, the Super Mario Brothers movie, or other things, whatever is out there. Not all of them, some of them. If I see and I have a chance, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Eric, what's up?
Uh,
Your mic is muted. We can't hear you. There you go.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys finish talking the topic first.
Cool. Cool. Talk to
All
us.
right, cool.
So I definitely am of the agreement that the 17 days theatrical run is it's stupid. It's not going to make any like lasting money in any sense whatsoever. So like in terms of full weeks, that's only 2 full weeks, which I guess is like they're only the studios by that point would only be looking at. I mean, let's be honest, studios only really look at the numbers from the first 2 weeks, and same
Yeah.
with industry analysts. The first week that's the opening weekend, second week that's the drop off percentage, and
Yeah.
then if you look at things like graphically. Usually what happens, and this goes for TV viewerships too, where it's like week one it spikes, and then week two onwards it starts to taper. But the thing is, with all these reducing theatrical runs, is like now we're at the point where what was it, where movies are only out for like for example, Superman was only out for 5 weeks, only
Yeah.
5 weeks. Movies
Wow.
used to go on for like 13, maybe even 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
BVS went on for 16 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
So like it's fucking crazy how it's like what they're only focusing on the bare minimum now, but it's like it's not going to make you any money because it's like you need money to make movies. What do you think Netflix is going to do when they're only focusing on streaming with barely even so much as a theatrical window? Like how are they just going to like make all that money and recoup their expenses, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it
they
makes
they
no
they want to
sense.
they want to cut the middle person, which is the movie theaters, so they want to capitalize and milk it with subscribers. So I understand that, but it's like it doesn't work both ways. You have to make it work both ways, because you if you release it theatrically, you have people that want to go see it in the theaters, they want to experience it that way. But then you have fans that are, hey, I don't want to go out, maybe something happened, whatever the reason, it's probably raining, a snowstorm, who knows, and they're like, I'll just watch it on streaming. So you have two markets you could win. But Netflix, just like Disney and all these streaming services, the problem is that they don't want to share the profits, and they want to keep the most, because remember, they have to split a percentage to the movie theaters.
Oh
So
yeah, that's a good point.
that's the
Yeah.
part that they're trying to cut, like, and that's why we're seeing with PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, they're doing a fantastic job at it. Like, they'll sell you a game cheaper on streaming, with their PlayStation Plus membership or whatever. And then if you go and buy the physical at GameStop, it's much more expensive. So you're like, whoa, am I gonna pay that, or I'll just get it on digital? And a lot of people are going for the digital.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like especially with the a prime example of like how the physical was not even worth it. So then like what was it? Like like a video game in question where they just only released it in digital and the price just got lower and lower. That god awful Suicide Squad game, bro.
Yeah.
The game that collapsed Warner Brothers games.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that that ruined them big time. Like, it was so bad that it, like, literally in the same year it came out, it was already on sale. Like, in the summertime, it came out like early spring, and then by summer it was already on sale. And probably a few months later, it was like literally like $2. I was like, what the hell? Like, and nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it. I was like, wow, this is bad. Like, it was almost like Anthem. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that game. It's like it was bad. Yeah, so that's
Yeah, I
okay.
heard of it. It's really bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I never got into the video games. That's why I'm not spending my money on this shit.
Yeah, tells you
Honestly,
everything.
dude, games have really kind of gone downhill when like you had like your regular like Neil Druckmans and Baby Blue Ink like interfering with all the creative decisions.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Recon EV 600, what's up? Talk to us.
Hey CS, how you
What's
guys
up?
doing?
Good, good. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So let us know what's up.
Uh, I am just at a loss for words for Netflix right now.
What do you feel? Like, what did you feel when you heard at the beginning, this whole thing that they might buy them out, and now hearing that they're gonna buy them
I'm gonna
out?
be pissed more. I'm gonna be pissed.
Really? Share with
Yes,
us. Share with us. Let us know. Let us know how you feel.
I am going to be pissed when Netflix did announce the 17-day theatrical window, which I wasn't thrilled at all.
Okay.
And Netflix needs to fix it by changing it to a 90-day theatrical release or 100-day theatrical release.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Netflix, what the heck you was thinking?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was stupid for Netflix to do so.
Yeah. I get
And
you.
I am so still upset about what they that Ted Sarandos did. Man, we need a new CEO of Netflix by then. I hope.
Yeah, that's how.
Hopefully one that doesn't project his childhood trauma of his dad was a chain smoker that never let him go to a movie theater too. Yeah, I don't think movie theaters are necessary.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cinema is dying, my boy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's like I don't know. Like they have the biggest companies, IPs, and it's like they make the most stupidest decisions to say and scare the audience away and say, "Hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this and we're gonna do that." It's like what? Like why? I just don't know anymore. I'm like I have no idea with these companies.
Hmm. Yeah, and I'm just I'm just not thrilled that the about things about Netflix said about the freaking deal. If Netflix doesn't want to go through, then I'm gonna have to go with Universal. I still trust with Universal to go by WBD if Netflix thing doesn't go through.
Yeah, I think a lot of us feel that way too.
Yeah.
Universal all the way.
Yeah,
I'm with y'all with
Universal, Comcast, we're going the only one way is. That's what we need, but not like Netflix or Paramount because that's a stupid move right there.
yeah, big time. Dementio, what's up? What's going on?
Hello, hello. What's going on, you fellas?
All right. Talk to us.
Yeah, I was agreeing that a 17-day deal for theatrical movies, that's awful, man. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even go to movies like that ever again.
yeah. It just makes no sense business wise. I'm like, why even bother then? Like, that's how I see it. I'm like, why even bother?
Yeah, man. I mean, even before the 2020s, there have been people trying to make excuses to not go to theaters anymore by just streaming them or torrenting them. And I was like, come on, y'all hurting the movies, man.
Big
These
time.
guys put all this effort in the movies, and you feel like um, nah, rather let's just stay at home. There are understandable reasons why people would not go to movies because of disturbances, but it's still hurting the industry at the same time.
Yeah, big time. Like while you're saying that, it just brings to my mind the following I want to say real quick before I forget. This is why I see and I appreciate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love DC. I've always supported DC. I've always been, down with DC and stuff like that. But the thing is that Marvel and Disney are playing the cards right. And to me, as just a general audience type of person, I'm like, okay, they're focusing on the next Avengers movie and they want to do a theatrical release and they're re-releasing Endgame to set up everything before we watch Doomsday. So I'm like, damn, that's a good marketing. I'm like,
Yeah.
well done, like because you're gonna see the movie again, you're gonna get that experience, like the theatrical release, and then you're gonna prepare for Doomsday. So you're like, okay, it's literally fresh. We just saw it, and it's like, and then they're gonna win again because of course they're gonna make money at the box office. People are gonna want to watch it with their kids now, and all that good stuff. And meanwhile, like Warner Brothers, they just don't care anymore. It's like they had quality. When Christopher Nolan walked out, that just said, you know what? Yeah, this company is in trouble, and things have been going downhill.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember what you're saying when Christopher Nolan's walked out and now he moved to the Universal while he was working on his projects. That's coming, what was that? The Odyssey? I cannot wait that one.
Yeah. That Odyssey, it's gonna change. It's gonna change the movie industry, and it's gonna wake a lot of people up. And if we're seeing right now, just look at the positive that even though Hollywood is a mess, they're still trying to get their act together. And look, Disney has been a mess, but let's be real. All of our movies, all of our games, all of our comic books, all of our anime shows, whatever it is that we love, right?
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's all been touched by politics. And I'm not gonna get into it, but notice just what I'm gonna say real quick. Notice how every time there's a new president that takes over, notice how what agenda is being pushed. I'll leave it at that. So it can make you think and say, damn, you know what? I never saw it from that point of view. Now that things are changing, everything in the industry is changing. And that's making these, entertainment companies say, you know what? Yeah, nobody's buying this because we already know the motto. go woke, go broke, and it's already been proven.
Yeah,
We're seeing that that doesn't help and it doesn't work in the industry. So that tells you everything.
yeah. But I'll bet the after what I heard, they said there must be Bob Iger retirement, and now they're gonna bring Bob Chapek, but they realized they want to bring Bob Iger back. And I heard a couple of years later, what I heard in the news, they said who's gonna take over the new CEO of Disney. I had no clue. I have
Yeah,
no clue. He's gonna be the. It's gonna be the next Bob Iger 2.0. That's made me scared about this.
yeah, yeah. We'll see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with all this. What do you think, Demencio and Recon?
I'll let one of you guys go
Honest,
first.
honestly, honestly, about what?
Like, what
About
do you think of
Netflix?
everything? Like how everything is shaping up and stuff.
Yeah, it is good, but I'm saving my money for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey instead of Moana remake. And I'm not going to be watching. I'm keeping my wallet away from that piece of garbage remake from Disney. I
Yeah,
if once Moana flops, Bob Iger will be fired.
yeah, yeah. I'm
And
sure the shareholders are gonna be upset.
and secondly, I would say Universal will win at the end of 2026 box office receipts with Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It's way up to $5 billion worth.
Yeah, yeah. That would that's gonna say a lot. I think this year there's gonna be a major shift in the industry, but I don't know what is going to do it. But things are turning around. They're slowly turning around, and that's good for us because we're gonna be getting hopefully good movies. So I know Christopher Nolan's going. He's gonna deliver regardless.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I can wait. And like, what's good? I know you don't like DC. Unless DC CEO needs to get his act together, unless regardless of the Zack Snyder's return, like you guys want want that.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. It's just like I said, everything is just right now like in a limbo where it's like what's nobody can say for sure what's gonna happen. And I don't even think the people from Netflix even know 100% what's gonna happen. Until it passes through whatever has to get filtered and whatever this final decision has to be made by the government. I think everything depends on that moving forward.
Hmm.
The Messi, what you think?
Well, honestly, I understand Netflix is not the best idea for this buyout. There have been people been saying that every time a company buys a brand, it doesn't make things for the best. It makes things for the worst. People
Hmm.
said Star Wars buying Disney. People said Marvel got bought by Disney. People said WWE bought WCW, all that
Yeah,
ECW, all that jazz. Um,
yeah,
honestly, I think Marvel right now has a more exciting plan than DC right now.
yeah.
I love both brands, but I think right now Marvel has way more hype right now because of Avengers Doomsday. I cannot wait for that to see that
Yeah,
movie.
same, same. And like I love Zack Snyder, I love Justice League. I mean, wow, it was amazing. But it's like DC, like, what are you guys doing? Like, you literally could be like, you could have dethroned them because look at all these years that Disney was doing bad. That was DC's moment to shine and say, you know what? All right, Disney's not gonna be at this event. We're gonna be there. Oh, they're not doing this. We're gonna do it. Like they could have done so much in the past 5 years, but they just dropped the ball every time more and more. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
Yeah, that tells you everything. Where this industry is at. With these companies and stuff. If Warner Brothers would have just continued with Zack Snyder and finished, the Snyderverse, I guarantee you, probably 80%, 85%, they wouldn't be in this bad situation. They just wouldn't. If Marvel was able to go through the mess that they went through after Endgame, because let's be real, after Endgame, Loki didn't save them. that what it was, Falcon, that show, it didn't save him.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that didn't. That was a boring show. I probably saw maybe one or two episodes. I don't even remember. That's how bad it was. And I didn't. I barely saw WandaVision. That was trash also. And
Oh
then it just
wow.
kept getting worse. Like Doctor Strange 2, I think, Multiverse of Madness. I was
The
like,
multiverse, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
That
this
one
is
I
getting
saw
out of
once. It
control.
was
Like,
alright, but too much. There's
it
some
was just too
wolf
much.
in there.
Yeah, and then fast forwarding it to where we are right now, I'm like, okay, everything started picking up again with Deadpool and Wolverine. They literally, that's like Disney saying, hey, we're gonna go back and fix all of our mistakes because they went back and they deleted literally Deadpool from when Fox had him, and they were like, this is the new Deadpool. We're at, with Ryan Reynolds and whatever with the new version. So it's just like, okay, Disney understands, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, and that's where we are right now. And it's all preparing and leading us into doomsday. They're marketing. They started marketing last month in December, literally a year in advance. That is how you go with a plan. DC, DC doesn't even know what phase they're in. They're still struggling with phase one, and I'm like, why are you still like? It's not hard. It worked with Zack Snyder. It hasn't worked with anybody else after that because Zack had a plan. We were supposed to get all these movies, but WB decided to say, you know what? We're just not going to do that. Why?
Yeah.
Like, why would you not? It's
I have a
overrated.
I have a question. Did you see the She-Hulk?
No, I didn't see that. That's another one too. That was
I
terrible.
did. I did. I did. It was crap. It was crap.
You think so?
Yeah,
uh,
it's crap. It's crap.
Oh my God! Don't get me
I
started. That She-Hulk version. That one. What was the Shiggy Booty's ass? Come on! What the hell is
Yeah,
this?
what the
And there's
oh
some
man?
man,
Shiggy Booty
Earlier
shit.
this year,
They would look
I
like
lost my confidence in
yeah, but what is this from? From
nobody.
Soul Plane movie? Come on, that's hilarious. That's the blueprint right there. Blueprint, whatever.
and that's what people are tired of it. You know.
I tired of it too. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm tired of this.
I got a question.
What's up?
Would you say She-Hulk or would you say Peacemaker?
I'm gonna be honest with you. After seeing both of them, I didn't see She-Hulk. I think I would take She-Hulk compared to Peacemaker, and that's
Oh,
that's bad, but it tells you a lot. You know why? I'll tell you right now why, and I'll be real honest with y'all. All right, season one of Peacemaker had potential, and I'll tell you why it had potential, because they had the tone, the literally it was like, okay, damn, this is looking like the DCEU still, and it's looking like it could, maybe something could happen. The moment they started cramming all of that with jokes and how stupid it was, I was like, that's it, I'm done. I am done officially. And I was like, damn, man, like what the hell is DC coming to? And look at where they are right now. Season
yeah,
two did worse than season one.
exactly.
So that tells you a lot, you know.
And it's insane that Creature Commando series went straight to YouTube for free. You were
I
right.
didn't
Oh
even watch
yeah,
Nobody was
yeah.
interested.
Oh, speaking of Creatures Commandos, and I heard it. They said now the DC channel or whatever they took it down. If you never noticed,
Yeah, because nobody
They
watched it.
they
It
did.
got like, I think it got under 500 views, if not.
500 views.
If not, I think it was less than that. So that's why they took it down, because they were like, no. I saw people screenshots, and yeah, it was. And they pulled it down because people weren't even watching it, not even for
Oh my
food.
God! I told you, nobody's watching that shit. I'm telling
Nobody.
you.
They know it,
Yeah,
So
I told you.
it's terrible. It's DC's in a bad shape right now, and it's only
Exactly.
getting worse. Supergirl's going to completely underperform at the box
That,
office.
that's another one. I cannot wait. Oh, but what's the name of that user you talking about? She-Hulk. Okay, here's some. I have an answer a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I like She-Hulk, the original design from the animated with the Incredible Hulk or the comics or whatever. But
Right.
I want the MCU, the TV show. What the hell this is? They will look like a cheap graphics. It's not actually a muscular woman, if you will, but they will look like a gymnastics wearing covering up. What the hell is this? And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, did I mention before the shiggy booty dancing? Come on, it's bullshit. Like a
I
Soul
just,
Plane movie. That reminds me of it. It reminds me that one. I was like, what the hell is this?
yeah, this is
Shit.
this is
Yeah.
bad. This is
It's
bad.
bad. Oh, it's always bad, man.
Yeah, it's completely. I'm embarrassed to be a DC fan currently. I really am. Like, I'm not excited. I don't care about what they're putting out. I'm not. Notice how I'm not even covering it anymore, and that's what we need to do. I'm glad that a lot of people are not even talking about it because we need to stop giving them free advertisement. That's the problem. Unfortunately, we gave Superman. We gave
Did
too much attention to it.
DCU? Don't get me started with that bullshit because I'm done with that. That's why I'm not interested in either. Like you said, I'm done with this bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell they were thinking?
Yeah, a lot of people are done. They're done. Like it's bad. It's bad, and I don't see anything changing with Netflix just because we know that Netflix wants to continue from what people are saying. With and I'm starting to see the picture now more. It's clear because if David Zaslav was really about the money, he would have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna take the $108 billion," but no, he's going with what Netflix is offering him. So, that says a lot. His actions
Yeah,
are speaking loud.
yeah, and I saw the different ones. I can't remember it exactly. I'm like, no, no, this is bullshit. And I saw the Supergirl trailer, the James Gunn. What the hell is this? It's becoming the next Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4. That's what it is.
Hmm. Yeah.
I laughed it and I go, I'm gonna make a customize it. This image right here. We should do that. I'll let you know when. But it's too funny. But that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's gotten out of control, and I don't think at this point they can do anything to pretty much redeem themselves. The only thing that they can do, meaning, I'm just talking about the DC brand when it comes to the movies and stuff, live action. They need to go back with Zack Snyder. They have to. That's the
They
only
need
thing that
to.
could save them.
They
That,
should.
that's
They
the only
should.
thing.
Yeah, that's the only way. They need to straight up. If they don't, well, let them go broke. That's what
Yep.
I see it.
And they're learning that the hard way, unfortunately.
Yeah, and how can explain the toxic James Gunn cultists? They don't want to admit it. They're fucking hard headed. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they committed abuse ourselves. They say, "Did you do this, do that?" Or I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? Stay out of it." They could go
Mhm.
fuck themselves. Come on, for real.
Yeah. Dementio, what you got to say? Let's say a few things before, because I'm about to get off in a few minutes.
Uh, um, Maybe not DC related, but how do you think Mortal Kombat would do?
I hope it does better than Street Fighter. I'm gonna be honest with you. But again, I don't have high expectations for it. I think they're just milking the name just to say, hey, Mortal Kombat 2. Because the game did piss poor, the most recent one.
Uh,
And I really don't have a lot of expectations for Mortal Kombat. I'm just going in there just to watch it, but I don't really have a lot of high hopes for it. That's
I
You
that's
just
talk
bad.
I want to
about the
see.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were saying?
I was going to say, I want to see the Street Fighter movie just because I know Cammy's in it. I know Chun Li's in it. Those are
Yeah.
the two best females that I
Yeah.
really want to see
Yeah.
about that movie.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I hope they put my girl Sakura, however you
Oh,
pronounce her name.
Sakura, you mean
That
Sakura?
that's my chick when it comes to the Street Fighter, characters and stuff.
Oh
They might
yeah.
they might end up setting something. I know a lot of people are also asking for what's his name, Sagat. I'm sure he's gonna
Oh,
also be
Sagat.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope it's good, but I hope it's not really like full comedy type, and
No,
I
no.
I,
But
I
what
don't
I
know.
heard of the trailer, if you saw this, I heard it sounds like it based on the video game. Like it says round one fight or something. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh okay.
I just hope it's not a full on comedy. It's
No, they better not. No, don't ruin.
Yeah, I really hope not. What about you, Recon? What's up?
Uh, what happened? What happened?
Like, any last things you want to say before we get off?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Like James Gunn needs to fix his DCU franchise, or else Zack Snyder's gonna come back. And
Yeah,
and then July 10th, keep your wallets closed. Wallets closed, straight up in July 10th.
yeah, we have to. We have to. Like,
And
it's yeah. Go for it.
and uh and most importantly, if Netflix thing doesn't go through, I want to go ahead and get I want let's go ahead and get Universal involved. if Netflix
Yeah,
theme doesn't work.
yeah, yeah. We
And
have to.
uh, and uh, and if Supergirl flops, we're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem with James Gunn. And if the Man of Tomorrow flops, I'm not gonna have any hopes for the for the DC, which I lost my confidence with Marvel Studios earlier this year when I saw Fantastic Four flops. I was so unhappy. So it was a letdown. Like 28 years later, remember 28 years later?
Oh, that movie was trash. That was the worst movie of
Yeah, I
20.
mean it,
Oh,
it
the
was trash.
20
It was trash.
28 years later. Oh, I heard of it, but what CS talking about? He posted the video. They said it is terrible.
I
So
still want my refund. That movie sucked.
Yeah, I would have.
to be honest, to be honest with you, I saw the first one. I wasn't catch it, but if I had to, but I saw that the second one, but it is all right. But the other ones, not quite. But I never got into that because I hate zombies. No offense. When I heard of it this now, what the hell is this? And like you said, it was like, no, it's trash.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Jules, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I thought you couldn't hear me the whole time, but
No, we just heard you now.
all right, cool. Yeah, just like honestly, like I know it's been a while since this happened, but yeah, like the Snyder Cut feels just like it was released yesterday, like in my mind. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like it feels like
Sorry,
just when things are about to get really good, that's when things plummet. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
sorry. My internet's cutting off,
All right,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
and
the perfect time to make Justice League 2 would have been back then, but yeah, now we've just got to
yeah.
further this game.
Yeah.
Like I
I want to
said,
know, like,
I wanted to.
yes, do you think the Batman 2 is happening or not?
The Batman 2 might still happen, but I think it's gonna go under a major change. It's not gonna be the same like what we got before. They're just
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that so they don't want to scare people, but I don't think it's gonna be the same. It's gonna
Yeah.
go a different route.
Because it's been too much time since the first one, and
Yeah, yeah,
they haven't
it's
even.
been too long.
They said they were
Yeah,
going to
but
start filming last year in the fall, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
but what I heard, they keep after pushback and another pushback because I just don't see it. Because James Gunn loves push people because he only is focused on himself. That was
yep,
it.
yep, that's how it is. and
That's
stuff.
my fear is.
Yep, yep. But again, that's showbiz. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, and let's hope for the best. But we just have to keep on pushing. We have to keep our wallets closed and locked, and we have to send the message to the studio loud and clear and saying, "Hey, look, you don't give us what we want, then we just won't support it anymore." And I think they're
Exactly.
finally getting the message. So
Exactly. Oh, I have another question. When is Supergirl come out? The James Gunn version? Is it June?
June 26, 2026.
Oh, okay. Let's
okay,
keep it while it's closed and while it's locked. That's all
yeah,
I care about.
well, we have to.
And while it's closed for Moana remake.
Yeah, that one too.
Moana remake.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all
Oh my
right, guys, I'm
god.
about to get going. I'm gonna wrap it up. I want
Peace
to
out,
thank
homie.
everybody for joining. For tuning in, all that good stuff.
Yep.
All
it's
right,
been
guys,
crazy.
I'm outie.
All right then.
Yeah, till next time and stuff like that.
Until I see you next time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Appreciate that.
Yep.
I know
And
next time, we'll do some more and stuff like that.
yeah,
But
we'll do that. And I'll let you know when about my channel. We could do it exactly the same like that, but not at a live stream if you wanted to. But how about what was it called? Recorded, if you will. Like we remember we did the first time. So I was thinking, fair enough that we could do that like that. So
yeah, just keep me updated and let me know. Like I
yeah,
said.
I'll let you know when because I was deal with the other stuff. What's going on? That I'm working on in my other videos that's coming up. So I'll keep you on when an
Yeah,
update. Yeah.
got it. Yeah, we'll do that then. But yeah, so we'll do that. And again, just we have to keep on doing what we have to do, as fans, customers, consumers everywhere. And in the end, that's all that matters, because we have to do what's best, for this company in the sense of we're the fans, the consumer, and most of all, we're the audience. And if studios don't want to give us what we want, then unfortunately we just have to turn around and say, you know what, we're done and we're moving forward to whatever and whoever really wants to give us the level of quality that we want. Because in the end, we're the ones paying for it. So if you're paying for a product, you have every right to demand for what you want, of course, respectfully. But if you're paying for something, especially when it comes to quality, you want it to deliver. And when the studios don't deliver, whether it's a video game, a comic book, a product you consume, then unfortunately you have to take your business somewhere else, you know. But in due time, we're gonna find out. This year's gonna bring a lot of surprises. I don't know what's gonna come. None of us know. I don't even think the studios know themselves. Everything depends on the shareholders, the investors, you know, the people in the back that we'll never see and we'll never hear about, just because they're the ones with the money and they're the ones that really run the show. You know, David Zaslav, James Gunn, Peter Safran, Ted Serranos, they're just faces of the company. But in the end, they want to keep the shareholders happy, and everything is coming down on them because, of course, you know, Paramount's not stopping, and you know, we'll see what's going to reveal in due time. But you know, it is what it is, I guess, right now. And I guess we just got to strap our seatbelts and we have to hold on because this ride is about to go through a roller coaster up and down, and we're about to see so many things change left and right. So we'll see in due time how everything turns out. Until then, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. You have a good evening, morning, wherever you are around the world. Till next time. Peace out, my friends.